Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Tuesday 10 with CadChica Sports. I am your host, CadChica Sunny Cadwallader, and we're coming to you at a special time today. I wanted to try out something a little different. Normally, you can find the show at 5 p.m. Pacific time every Tuesday. That's 8 p.m. Eastern time, but we're doing something just a little bit different today. Tuesday 10 is a quick 10-minute chat with leaders and up-and-comers in the world of sports, from marketing, media, social media, business, education, and much more. Before I bring my guest on today, I want to thank Q1 Productions for partnering with CadChica Sports. Q1 Productions is bringing to you the Digital Sports Fan Engagement Conference March 3rd and 4th in Dallas, Texas. That's actually next week. I'll have more on that later as to how you can get $100 off your registration through CadChica Sports. And I would like to welcome my guest from the Phoenix Suns, Jeramie McPeek. Say hello to everyone, Jeramie.
Hey, Sunny. How you doing?
I am good. I am excited. I am so glad to have you on today. For those who know me and know that I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona, so anytime I can have someone from my home state of Arizona, I am just flat excited. So I am happy to have you on today. Why don't you tell everyone a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I am the Vice President of Digital for the Phoenix Suns. I'm actually in my 22nd season with the Suns. So I started a few months after Charles Barkley arrived here in Phoenix, and long before we had the internet or cell phones or even email, believe it or not. And so I've kind of grown up around digital and websites and really kind of fell in love with it early on. Wanted to be a sports writer when I got out of college, was a journalism major at Arizona State University. And
Go Sun Devils.
That's right. That's right. And grew up a Suns fan, so this was sort of a dream job when I was coming out of college, and I have stayed and loved it, and am proud to kind of help spread that passion for Phoenix Suns basketball.
Well, I grew up, I'm not necessarily an NBA fan anymore. Living up here in the Pacific Northwest, there's actually no team to cheer for in NBA.
Right.
But I grew up right down the street from where the Phoenix Suns used to play in Veterans Memorial Coliseum, the Madhouse on McDowell, Al McCoy on the radio. It was just a phenomenal time. So I'm thankful that you are here today. I'm glad to have you a part of the show. Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll have to share some Madhouse memories. That's where I watched my first games as a kid, and was the first time I actually was able to go to a game as a reporter, and went into the locker room and interviewed Kevin Johnson and Dan Marley and Jeff Hornacek,
Oh, wow.
who's now our head coach. And it was a lot of fun back in those days, and I miss the Madhouse, even though I love our building here, of course.
Yeah, Walter Davis was one of my favorites back then.
Sweet
but
D.
That's
Right.
okay. That's okay. we're done talking memories, people. I'm sorry about that. Congratulations are in order for the Phoenix Suns. You and your team were just named one of 3, I believe, NBA
Right.
Digital Innovators Awards. Can you tell me a little bit about that and what that entails, and what were some of the highlights for the Phoenix Suns?
Sure, absolutely. We were very honored to receive that award from the league. All teams were asked to vote on who they felt was the best in a number of different categories, which included our websites, included social media, included mobile, included ticketing online, and just a lot of different categories. And so we were very honored to be one of those 3 teams, along with the Golden State Warriors and Chicago Bulls. And I've got a heck of a team here that I'm really proud of. I've got 10 guys on my staff who all have different skill sets, all are incredibly talented, and just a really creative team that helped us win that award. So I was proud to accept it on their behalf, and they make me look good, and the Suns look good, and we're proud and honored to be recognized sort of for some of the innovative things we've done here in the last year or two.
Yeah, you've done great work. What was it? I know we didn't talk about this in the green room ahead of the show, but there was I don't think it was an all-day hangout, but I remember watching bits and pieces throughout the day. There was video just kind of following Channing Frye around. How did that come about, and what did all of that entail?
Right. The NBA recently partnered with a vendor called Livestream, which allows teams to basically stream whatever they want, whenever they want. We can do it from, we've got a little device we can hook up to our camera and walk around the arena and stream through Wi-Fi. We can do it through our phones, or we can do it through a hard data line.
Okay.
And so this was something new the NBA introduced to teams and offered to teams this season. But they really wanted to kind of experiment and see what they could do to really blow it out. And
Right.
NBA Entertainment reached out to us as their first team they wanted to try something with. And we worked for several weeks kind of planning how we would do it and what would be involved. And we decided to do an all-day live stream. Starting at, I want to say we started at 7:30 or 8 in the morning
Right.
at Channing Frye's house in Central Phoenix. And we actually live streamed his drive into the arena for the morning shoot around. And as soon as he arrived, we had cameras in the locker room, and we could switch between cameras, which was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So we had cameras in the locker room capturing guys having their morning breakfast at the omelet bar, and guys getting taped up for that morning shoot around. Then we went into the coaches meeting and actually live streamed them talking about that night's game against the Sacramento Kings. We went to shoot around, showed all of that. And then in the afternoon, we actually had one of our alumni players, Alvin Adams, who I'm sure you're familiar with.
Oh, yes.
Gave fans a tour of the arena while a lot of the players were at home taking a nap. So we kept the live stream going during the day with some fun stuff like that. And then we actually went out to the home of the Morris brothers, Markeith and Marcus Morris, the twins on our team, and streamed their afternoon pregame meal with their personal chef.
Okay.
And then came back to the arena and filmed the guys arriving again for that evening's game. And so we basically went from 8 a.m. right up until 6:30 p.m. When we signed off the live stream and kind of kicked it over to the pregame show on Fox Sports Arizona.
That's fantastic, because I think when I had heard about that and a little bit of what I was watching, it gave fans just a completely different perspective that probably most NBA fans definitely had not received before. Tying that in with social media, because a lot of what social media is, at least for teams, from my perspective as a fan, is to give that content that they don't normally get to see, whether it's through a tweet pic or an Instagram
Sure.
video or Vine or whatever. How do you and your team decide, with all of the social media platforms out there, how do you decide which ones to use? Because there's so many choices out there. People are saying this is great, this is great. Snapchat
Right.
is starting to be used more by teams. How do you guys decide on which ones to use?
It's a great question. Over the years, we've really tried to experiment with it, any and all. We really want to see which ones work the best. We want to try them out, see how we can utilize them to kind of bring fans in and give them that behind-the-scenes look at our organization and really engage with them as well. So we've tried everything from, we've had Google+, we've used GetGlue, Foursquare, Tout, LinkedIn, YouTube, Vine, Instagram, and over time we've kind of determined which ones are most valuable and which ones fans are using most. And that's really what's most important to us, is the ones that we can connect with fans the most on, where they're going to be, where they're going to enjoy the content. So right now, for us, it's Twitter primarily, Facebook probably second, Instagram a close third, and that's becoming more and more important. And then we do a lot, or starting to do a lot on Vine as well. Although we don't have a big following there, it's great for the fans who are on Twitter who can watch those Vines that we're pushing out. So we're not yet on Snapchat, although we are certainly going to think about that and consider whether that makes sense for us. The NBA just got on Snapchat around All-Star break, so it's something we'll be taking a look at, but right now we're kind of focused on those big three.
And that you guys do a great job on that, so kudos to you.
Well, kudos to my team. I gotta give a shout out to @Espo, who's really the driver.
Mr. Snark, the Snark master.
He will appreciate that you acknowledged his snarkiness.
I know.
But Greg Esposito, he really kind of handles the day-to-day, especially of Twitter, and he does a fantastic job with that.
Yeah, definitely a team effort. I think, for any business, or be it from the team or in the general sector, it takes a team effort to do effective social media anymore on multiple platforms. Next week, you will be at that Digital Sports Fan Engagement Conference that I had mentioned earlier. You're going to be talking about fan loyalty programs, and I'm going to assume that Club Orange will be a part of that. Can you talk a little bit more about Club Orange, when you implemented it, how that's going to fit into what you're talking about next week?
Sure. Really, my presentation is a case study of Club Orange and really how we decided to go down that path and what we did to launch it and why, and really how it's working for us and maybe what some of the challenges are, so others realize that it is a big undertaking, but also what the opportunities are there for us, because we feel like we're just kind of scratching the surface on Club Orange. But we did launch that a little over a year ago, January of 2013, and we worked with Row 27, a vendor out of Minnesota, put together a program that we're really proud of, and fans can earn points for interacting with us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Foursquare, GetGlue, YouTube.
Oh, wow.
By using our mobile app, by playing our fantasy game, by signing up for text alerts and our email newsletters. So a lot of different digital channels. And then they can use points to get stuff like autographed basketballs or jerseys or bobbleheads or even experiences. One fan is going to get a chance to have his or her photo taken with the entire team when we take our team photo later this season. So it's a great program, and now we're looking at ways to kind of take it to the next level and hopefully reward fans and give them points for actually purchasing tickets or attending games or buying merchandise in our team store, to kind of make it a bigger initiative for the whole organization.
Yeah, definitely bring that incentive into there. Will you be able to take part in the rest of the conference? I think you had mentioned that you're going to be one of the presenters or something like that. What drew you to this? Right. Is that part of what drew you to the conference?
That really wasn't what drew me, but I will be a chairperson on day 2 of the conference, introducing all the other speakers, which I'm looking forward to doing. But I've spoken at a lot of conferences over the last few years, and typically, because I'm really only able to attend 2 or 3 a year, I try to pick kind of the bigger ones where I feel like I can learn the most. This one is a new conference for sports digital, and at first I kind of shy away from new ones because they are kind of just getting up and running. But when I saw the lineup that they had put together, I was really impressed, and I thought, they're going to cover a lot of different topics, not just social media or just digital, but a lot of different things related to sports. And I just felt like I could learn a lot there, in addition to hopefully sharing some of the knowledge that I've been able to put together or get here with the Phoenix Suns. So Greg Esposito and I will be out there, and we're looking forward to it. We're going to kind of split up and go to the different sessions. And in particular, I'm looking forward to seeing Greg Cosell with the NFL and Rob Bernstein with the WWE, because I'm a lifelong WWE fan. So that's the one I'll probably be paying closest attention to. In fact, I might have to do my WWE impersonation of Justin Roberts, their announcer, when I do. Hopefully, I get a chance to introduce him as the chairperson that day.
Oh, definitely. And Espo, if you are watching, you need to take some video of that, post it on Instagram. Well, we are out of time. We actually went a minute or two over the 10 minutes. But I know Suns know all about overtime, that's for sure, in their long history. Thanks, Jeramie, for joining me today on Tuesday 10. It was my pleasure. I've been looking forward to this since I got that yes from you.
Well, thank you for having me. It was a lot of fun, and happy to do it anytime.
Thank you, and thanks to Q1 Productions again for partnering with CadChica Sports. And as I said, you can sign up for the Digital Sports Fan Engagement Conference. It is next Monday and Tuesday. Tuesday. I go to q1productions.com/conferences, click on the Digital Sports Fan Engagement Conference, use the code CADC for CadChica and receive $100 off. Join me next week at the regular time, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time, for another edition of Tuesday 10. Thank you and have a great day.